great match tonight. I thought both teams played well. I thought there was a lot of long rallies. I thought there was a lot of effort on both sides. I thought both teams did some good things offensively, stressing the block and defense. It's a well-coached team. There's a lot of good players over there, and they mixed it up a little bit with some of their guys and in and out of a double sub and different setters. So I thought our guys did a good job of picking up the right reads and still being able to execute. So great atmosphere in the Pyramid. Again, it's been fun to be home these last two matches. So huge shout out to the LB Nation for coming out. It sounded great in there and the energy was awesome. But super proud of the guys for coming out and executing in a really close side-out battle in the first set, and then and just continuing to get better throughout the set. I felt like in the third set early, we had some point scoring opportunities that we just didn't capitalize on, and a good team like Pep is going to capitalize on those, and they got that set. So, but the sign of a good Long Beach team, at least what we believe, is that we can turn around and have a nice response, and we played an even better set 4. So we're real happy with the win and feel like we got better this week, and hopefully we can repeat the same type of week next week before we play the match.
Alan and Simone and Ethan, get the banner up there tonight to start. There was a great video, I thought, that they played before. What are your thoughts on that? And, getting to have a nice crowd here to recognize that before you get it going tonight.
It's interesting because obviously I feel great about putting the banner up. I'd like to do it all the time. But those are special moments. But at the same time, you're trying to get ready to play a match. So I thought the guys did a really good job of being respectful to the banner being dropped and being excited about that, but being able to come out and play a good first set. That showed some maturity, and so we were excited about that and proud of the guys, their response.
For you guys, just so we know what your thoughts on
Yeah, it was great. I think what was most important for us was being back home and seeing the great crowd. And of course, it was good to see back and really enjoy what we had last year. But this is a new year, and we're on the way to do something new. So we're just looking forward now.
All right, this is a question for Alan. It looked like the first set was kind of going to go Pepperdine's way, kind of like an imitation of last week's match against USC. What are some adjustments you might need to make when it comes to those first sets?
Well, it didn't go their way. So I think we made some good adjustments in the middle of the set, which is, in all seriousness, it's a good team. We're playing against a good team. They're well coached. They got a lot of good athletes, and they got up on a couple of points. But I thought we showed great composure and trust in our block and defense that we can score points in lots of different ways. We don't have to get them with just service aces or just blocks. I thought we dug a ton of balls tonight. And we flexed a lot of different ways to score points. So as much as we might have been down in that set, we had composure and execution late. So we're tracking in the right direction.
Question for Simone. You got off to a cold start. You were 1-3-6, but then obviously had a great night at the end. What were you pressing too much to start, or what was the turnaround for you?
Of course, it's a little bit different playing a new position, and I gotta come into that and be ready for that. And I think the teammates really helped me great. I'm just moving on, and Carlos keeps setting me good balls, and finally we found it. And throughout the second to fourth set, I think it was really some great sets, and it was easy to execute from there.
Ethan, obviously, as Coach and Simone said, the focus on the new year and everything. A little bit different style this year. Coach mentioned you guys digging a lot of balls. How much are you enjoying playing the way you guys are playing right now and, flying around making defensive plays?
I mean, initially this year we made the switch of having our outsides play Area 5 defense, and having that, it allows a different feel in the back row, digging balls, and allows guys like Mason Briggs to run down big plays off the block, and it just helps switch the momentum and gives us a lot of energy to stack points. So just defensive-wise, it's having a good block to give us some holes to dig around, and just a lot of effort to reward the block and work in transition and keep stacking points after that. So it's a good feel.
All right, this is a question for Alan. Mark Moody came into the match and gave you all some great energy. What can you say about Mark's enthusiasm and how he was able to turn the tide in this match against Pepperdine?
Yeah, Mark's been working really hard in our gym for a long time. He's one of those guys that's why I encourage people to come watch us practice, because the last couple of years, he's been trying to become a better volleyball player, more physical in the weight room, learn our system. He's been doing a great job, and he's been waiting for his moment. And the moment came in a unique way. We moved Simone to the right, and Mark's been doing all the work to be ready to go. And so what he's doing is he's doing what he normally does in practice. So it doesn't surprise me at all. It might be new to the crowd, but that's something we pride ourselves on, is having some guys next up mentality, can't wait to get in the match and show what they've been working on in the gym.
Yeah, Carlos Rivera ended up having the same amount of assists that the entire Pepperdine team had. What do you think of his performance and just his ability of like setting up guys like Simone as well as Ethan and allowing them to sort of like thrive and get kills to sort of like light up the entire show?
Well, I've said all along, Carlos is a very special setter, and he was one of the best known secrets in the country, just because he was setting behind Josh the last couple of years, But he did a great job in our gym the last couple of years, creating stress on our starting team and winning lots of drills against the other team. So it doesn't surprise me at all. He's only getting better, and he had a great week of training with some of the things we were working on offensively and some of the things we were working on with moving Simone to the right. So, no, he was itching to get out there, and he's more than ready to be our setter this year.
Coach, obviously this is not new, but you have a new court. You unveiled in the middle of last season. You have the replay system. Can you comment on the benefits of the court and the replay system?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's the best volleyball facility in the nation, and we're super appreciative of that. That's not a cheap floor, and that's not 18 camera replay system, which is significantly better than the one the NCAA brought out for the Final Four last year. So we're super proud of that, and we're super thankful to Andy Fee, our athletic director, and our president for believing in volleyball and funding it and supporting it and trying everything they can to give us everything we can to put out the best product we can, but also for the fan experience. When you walk in the Pyramid and watch a volleyball game on a basketball court with some white lines, is a completely different experience than walking into a volleyball venue, which is what the Pyramid is when we get to play in it. So we feel really fortunate, and we're really thankful.
Last question.
So far, so good. Obviously, you guys off to a great start this year. What are you seeing from the team that you like, and what are you thinking about with UCLA up on Saturday?
We have this very much kind of a football mentality to how we go into our weeks, and I really like the rhythm we're getting into for how we're coming in on Mondays and getting into our recovery and getting ready to kind of debrief the match, and also goal set individually for what we're going to work on, and also prep for our team. And I think we're starting to show some maturity. When I say that, I mean by able to stack quality practices, quality contacts, quality drills. And, this is sustainable success in this sport is very difficult, so it takes a lot of effort and a lot of prep. So I'm really liking the buy-in and the effort to the process.